What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Skeen, alongside Antonio Fiore, Sal Estrina. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
Great.
Pretty good.
So,
Week 2 in the books.
Week 2 in the books, week 3 coming up. I have just been like a train wreck when it comes to picking anything. You guys have been blowing me out of the water. Well, here's my thing, right? One of us always has to be the best. One has to be in the middle, and one has to be the last. I'm okay with being the one that's shit.
There's 18 weeks. You can't hit too
Literally.
high. You can't hit too high, and you can't hit too
You
low.
just went 5-11. I'm sure Sal or myself is more than capable of having.
So
shitty week.
I can easily go 3-13 one week.
I went 5-11. You went
10-6.
10-6. He went
8-8.
8-8.
Yeah.
Steady.
so middle
I need
of the
a
road.
winning
So
week so I can get my full
profitable,
record of 500.
even, losing. That's fine. I'm okay with that. One of us has to be the loser.
We're gonna get the ship back on the steer.
I should have never said that it was gonna be my week. I should have never.
Yeah,
said
you
that.
kind of did jinx yourself with that, and you said right
You
after.
said that? That's funny.
He said it right after too. He was like, "It's gonna be Nolan's week," and then right after he said it's Nolan's week, he's like, "Damn, I shouldn't have said that."
I really shouldn't have said that. I jinxed myself so hard. So where do we want to begin?
Reverse order. I think that's worked out good.
Yeah, I think that's worked out.
Oh,
good.
we
Green
could
Bay
hold
and
on.
Detroit, though.
Hold on. No, we want to touch quickly on baseball.
Yeah.
Just a
Okay,
Again,
baseball
kind of
first.
update. And,
quick 5-minute segment on baseball.
What do you got, Antonio?
the Giants and Dodgers are still extremely close. They're winning pretty much every day. Dodgers are a game behind San Francisco right now, and San Francisco's been finding ways to kind of win. Really, they're in a pretty good series with San Diego. They're kind of pulling wins out of their ass.
San Francisco just wins every. I obviously they're like a great team, but like every night you look and they're down a couple runs, and then at the end of the night they win 6-5.
Absolutely. They just fight and they grind it out. St. Louis pretty much has got that last wild card spot. San Diego's like 5.5 out at this point.
The last 2 weeks, it's came out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
it was Cincinnati and San Diego dogfighting for this one playoff spot.
And then the Reds can't beat
the Pirates
at all.
The Reds have
They
lost
lose
like
to Pittsburgh all the time.
4 out of 6 to the Pirates, like in their last 2 series. So if they're not going to beat the Pirates, you don't deserve to get into the playoffs. Honestly,
And the Cardinals are just the scrappiest teams year after year, and kind of makes you wonder about how this wild card game may go against
there's no
Los Angeles.
If it is Los Angeles, St. Louis, put your home on St. Louis. Put your entire net worth on the Cardinals.
I'm with you. Other than Max Scherzer likely getting the start.
Don't care. It's the Dodgers. There'll be fans there. They'll do what they always do.
I want them to lose. I really do.
I feel like there is so many ways for the Dodgers to lose that game.
But then at
Like,
that point, does it?
way less than the Cardinals.
The
losing.
Cardinals will just play
Yeah.
smart. The Cardinals are like the Patriots. They just know what to do in certain situations. Like they'll play smart. They'll get their timely hits when they need to. They'll win like 3-2. That's what the score will be.
At that point, how does St. Louis look for the rest of the playoffs?
I mean, then they have to go play the Giants. Like that's going to be a 5-game series. At that point, I don't know. It could go either way, but all I know is if it's Giants Cardinals, I would take the Cardinals easily.
I just love that no one like pays attention to the Cardinals until like the postseason comes out. Then people are like, the Cardinals.
Well, this is what they do. This is like they the first half of the season they were under 500. They were like not anything impressive, and then all of a sudden they just started reeling off win after win after win, and that's what happens in baseball. You have a good 2 or 3 week stretch, and you're right in the playoff race. So, I mean, St. Louis is notoriously good in October, and that's definitely not a team I would want to play.
No.
the AL is also heating up too.
The AL is also heating up. To me, I feel like the best 3 teams in the league are all on the National League side right now. It's the Dodgers, it's the Giants. I think the Brewers are insanely good, and if
Sal's
all I'm
rolling his
saying
eyes.
is if we can get MVP Yelich back and they start to really consistently hit, they will blow through the roof this postseason, and I think maybe even get to the World Series or win it because their pitching is ridiculous.
If the
top to
Phillies win the
bottom.
NL East, the Phillies are beating them in the first round.
They wouldn't. They just wouldn't.
They will. I'll have a friendly bet with you once the Phillies win the division.
We can bet a lot of money on that.
We'll find out. I think the Phillies have 2 of the. I don't want to say 2 of the better starters in that series, but I just think that the Phillies are gonna be one of those teams that sneak in right at the end of the playoffs and start to get hot towards late September, early October.
I can see it. They're having a lot of fun down there right now, but I think the Brewers are too good. They've been too dominant all season. I think they would take that series 3-4 games most likely.
Wow.
But
Phillies in 4.
with the American League, I mean, it's like I think the two best teams in the American League right now are the Rays and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays, you don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs. Is it even, is it even their year to get in there? You know what I mean? They're playing better than the Yankees, but is this still supposed to be a Yankees and Red Sox wild card year?
I think so. It feels a year too early for Toronto, even though they've been playing.
It does, and I think if they made it to the playoffs, they could get to an American League Championship Series. No farther, because like in the past when they've had loaded offenses, right now they don't have the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll get it and they'll address it in the offseason because the team is too good. But at the moment, I don't think they could make it to the World Series. That being said, I don't want to pick Tampa again, but Astros, I don't think the White Sox are going to the World Series.
You hate the Astros. So.
Everybody hates the Astros. I can see them.
No, the White Sox are beating them. We said this.
Yeah, we said that. Yankees and Red Sox, they're not winning the World Series. I'm sorry.
The Red Sox can do it.
Red Sox.
Why can't the Red Sox do it?
Same reason as the Yankees. They blow games.
Yeah, but like whenever the playoffs comes with the Red Sox, their bullpen always turns into like lights out for some reason. It happens every time.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't.
It's Red Sox Yankees.
I haven't seen they both have very similar problems. I haven't seen the consistency with either of them to really trust them over a postseason.
Just gotta get hot.
You do. You just need to get hot. And both teams have done that in the past few
You're
months.
hot.
It's just I don't.
I'm taking the Red Sox over the Yankees in the play-in game. That's what my prediction is.
Well, right now it's looking like they'll get the home game. So
you don't want to say the Yankees are gonna lose.
No, I'm not gonna say that. If they were playing, the Blue Jays, I'd be like, yeah, they're probably not winning that game.
I'm
I
not
can't
saying
say that in
the
regards
Yankees
to
or
Yankees
that
and
the Red
Sox.
Sox are going to lose to the Yankees.
But then there's Gallo, Stanton, and Judge have been popping the ball out of the park lately. So who knows if they have one of those games? They just randomly could just shoot it out there at any point.
As much as we want to be unbiased, sometimes we got to be a little.
You gotta
biased.
be a little biased.
Yeah,
we still love our teams.
I think it's Red Sox Rays, and the Rays probably taking 5 or something.
yeah. But I mean, that being said, I think it's definitely a National League team's year.
The Rays just are a wagon. I think they run through the AL, and I hate to say that,
I agree.
but it seems like just one of those Rays years.
They
again.
produce. They come through in the right moments. They hit with runners in scoring position. They're always one of the best defending teams in baseball. Even with their starting pitching not being the most impressive, they still find a way. They close out games, and their pitching's or their bullpen's outstanding.
Got 2 more weeks roughly of the regular season, and then some playoff baseball. See from there.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be great.
Should be fun.
Week 1 or week 2, excuse me.
Week 8.
2.
Week 2, week 10, week 20. Monday night. Still, all right. I gotta say, all the primetime games so far this year have been very good. Even that Packers-Lions game.
It was good for
It was
about
entertaining.
2.5 quarters.
It was entertaining. I mean, obviously the Packers pulled away at the end, but for a half, you were like, "Ooh, Lions are a little frisky. Maybe they,
Yeah.
got a shot here." But
The Lions do play.
they're fighting.
Like they're not they're not sitting there saying, "Oh, we're in like a 6-11 team." Like we actually want to win, and it doesn't matter who we play. So I love that about them.
They take on their head coach's persona, and Dan Campbell is someone who loves to fight and scrap and claw and bite off a knee, like you said. But
It's like how the Titans were before, like they really like developed their roster. How they wanted to fight for Mike Vrabel because Vrabel's a guy that you just want to run through a wall for, and Dan Campbell has that same sort of vibe to him.
Aaron Jones with his
Aaron Jones was a monster.
He loves like 3 games a year like that. He'll just go off and score 4 touchdowns and just be like, "Oh."
He did that early in the year, at some point last year too, where he had like 3-4 touchdowns.
And he lost his necklace with his dad's ashes in it, and they found
They
it.
found it.
Yeah.
That's not good. Like,
Did
no.
I feel like I remember saying that the game was going to be somewhere around that score.
You probably did. I mean,
35-17.
we love
Almost a backdoor cover.
Because I was like,
Almost
they're
a
not.
backdoor
I was
cover.
like,
Down to the last
not
drive.
Dolphins. Lions are getting nailed.
we
They
love
did.
no, we just absolutely love saying like a score and then it's right there.
Yeah.
Every week we do that.
I mean, we'll get there
It's
with the other
weird
games.
how right we are about it a lot because a lot of times we just throw it out there. We're like,
I said 35-34 about the Cardinals-Vikings game, and it
We
was
just know what we're talking
34-33. That missed field goal was so Minnesota.
so let's go to before we get to that, let's go to the Sunday night game.
Baltimore finally got the monkey off their back.
That was such a weird game.
3 turnovers from Lamar. passing looked like crap, but it looked like he could do whatever he wanted on
Like
the
the
ground.
Rams look like how they played against the Raiders, and yet they somehow scored 36 and beat the Chiefs.
They start off the game and Lamar throws a pick 6, and you're like, what? You're
yeah, and so the crazy thing that I brought up to you and to Antonio was the Chiefs just look like they can get 8 yards whenever they want. They can literally just you just look at their offense, and it's just like, for a defense, that must just be mind-boggling to try and cover. It's like, I got to sit here and cover Tyreek Hill one-on-one because you guys have 9 other guys that can make plays. Like, we talk about, like, Mecole Hardman or Pringle or, like, any of these guys. Like, they're not, like, crazy superstars, but they can catch a ball on 3rd down. They can catch a ball on 2nd and 8. And, like, when you cover Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, if you double them both, then one of those guys is wide open.
I will say this. Chiefs defense looked very bad.
They can't stop the run.
Oh, no,
Lamar
their
could do
defense is
whatever he
terrible.
wanted on the ground.
And
It's always been their Achilles heel.
so their defense has never really been that good, but the year that they won the Super Bowl, they were like top 10 or top 12.
Yeah, they were shit starting off the year, but they ended up getting really hot on defense toward the end of the year, and there was obviously names.
So if you're giving up 6 yards a carry and, you can't put the game away either, you're going to leave a lot to be desired for. I'm not saying Kansas City's going to, this is like a season collapsing loss, but the signs of that game did not point to Kansas City, either going back to the Super Bowl or, going far into the playoffs. I did not like what I saw from Kansas City that game. And, hey, it's the NFL. It's 1 week, but that game showed me a lot from Kansas City.
It was just crazy.
You're up what, 11?
It was crazy how the switch flipped.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't pinpoint exactly when it was that the switch just flipped, but at some point something started clicking for the Ravens and nothing clicked for the Chiefs. It was really strange game, and you thought it was rigged.
Oh no, it was. Well, we said on the podcast, 85% of the money was on the Chiefs.
That's right.
And
Vegas took all of it. And I said on Sunday night it really doesn't matter because they take a bunch of. But the 4 o'clock games were so good.
Yeah, no, the 4 o'clock games were great.
Yeah.
I hate to do this to you, Nolan, but you said I'm parlaying. You didn't. I know you didn't actually do this, but you said I'm parlaying the Dallas over with the Seattle under, and you were wrong.
That's just been the story of my life for the past 2 weeks, I think. I'm really bad right now.
Hey,
you want to know what I think it is? Here's my theory.
I'm listening.
And I'm mad at the NFL for this. The switching of the uniforms.
The numbers?
The numbers and the colors. So, like, the home team wears white now? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Antonio. They do it sometimes. They're like
Cowboys. No, that's what the Cowboys always wear white at home.
No. They changed it in all the other games. The home team wears white, and the away team wears dark. I was so confused. I was like, why?
Well, because it's always been the opposite of every other sport, that the home team wears the dark colors and then the visiting's wearing.
Yeah, and I get that, but here's the thing about it. Like, the numbers thing is kind of like, I don't really care. It is weird, but I think it's something we can get used to. Like, I don't like that they switched the uniforms. I feel like it's a voodoo thing at this point. It's like, why did they do that?
I haven't noticed that. I'm gonna be perfect.
I noticed it.
Oh my god! Yeah, look at that. Look, the Bills are wearing blue, and
Dolphins were white.
Yeah, and even the Jets game, Patriots.
The Jets were wearing white.
Yeah, and the Patriots are wearing their dark blues that they normally wear in Foxborough.
So, what you have to do is type a strongly worded letter to Roger Goodell and say you better.
Well,
fix this.
I think the NFL does a great job of shooting itself in the foot, like with these taunting penalties, the numbers thing. The numbers thing, and then the uniforms. It's like they just look all over the place.
He's right, isn't he?
I don't really give a shit about the uniforms.
Oh, believe me, I'm right because I dove into it. I was like, why do they do this? And then like one of the 4 o'clock games would come on, and it'd be the opposite. It'd be like the home team wears colors, and I'm like, why?
They're probably just letting the home team pick at this point. I don't know. Because the Cowboys kind of do whatever they want with the uniforms. They wear the white ones for home and away games, and then like every once in a while they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna come out in our navy blues."
Yeah,
it's so weird, bro. And I was just like, maybe that's the reason why I'm so bad.
I don't
at
know.
picking.
So what? Hockey's the only other
but
sport that wears colors for the home team, right?
Hockey.
And then
So what hockey used to do was they do one in the beginning of the year. After the All-Star break, they switch.
Oh, okay.
I'm forgetting if they still do that, but I can't recall off the top of my head, but I think that's what they do. The home team wears colors, and then they switch. But
Strange.
I think they switched it, and now the home team always wears dark.
So you gotta find the games
That went
where
way over my
the
head.
home team is wearing the colors and pick on
But
those
how
games.
do I know? Can I call someone?
I'm
Yo,
not.
Roger, hit me up. And we need to fix these taunting
I'm good
calls.
with that color.
These
color
taunting
stuff.
calls are, and you could just like this has like Saints playoffs written all over it, where like it's just one of those things where it's just meant to fuck somebody over in the.
Oh yeah,
in the playoffs.
postseason, absolutely. I mean, you get up and celebrate a first down and flip the ball on the ground and then they call a 15.
It's like, what are we doing?
Someone goes like this on defense, like in front
And
of a player.
yeah,
and it's like
yeah,
Yeah, when
15
they
yards.
break up,
Oh
when they
my
make a
God.
good play on third down and they break up a pass, like they're not allowed to
what's
celebrate
the
now.
point?
It's
What's the?
It's like you can celebrate, but you better not fucking look at the guy.
it's the no fun lead for a reason.
Yeah, but then they lighten up on touchdown celebrations like years ago.
Yeah, it was
Didn't
like
do
when
this?
they went hard on the touchdown celebrations a couple years ago, and everyone was like, "Why?"
Yeah, but then
Everyone's like,
they
you can't do
lighten way
anything.
up on it. So like now they allow you
Yeah.
to do like group shit and stuff like that, but you can't.
This is just another
Like
way for
that?
them to be like, "No, we can't have fun. We need to do other things."
You're like, this is work. This isn't a game. You know?
It's like at the end of the day, it's a game.
I don't get it.
It's a game.
Tennessee, we should have sniffed out. I don't know how none of us sniffed that game out.
So you say that hindsight's always 2020.
Hindsight is
what would have
2020.
made me sniff it out?
I don't know. The fact that Derrick Henry's a monster in a fridge. And
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't-
but he wasn't for the first 7 quarters of the season. He wasn't.
Yeah, and we just really didn't. We didn't talk. We
They
didn't
bottled
really bring
him up for
Derrick
the f-
Henry at all when talking about this game. We
they
were just
bottled
like,
him
yeah.
up for the first 3 quarters of that game.
it's fair. I don't know.
I just
I'm
didn't
just surprised none of us took Tennessee in that game.
I hear you, but I mean, they just looked so bad week one against another NFC West powerhouse that it was just kind of like, well, why would they? They're going on the road now too.
Yeah, in Seattle. Home
None of us
opener.
really brought up the Derrick Henry point, but they looked bad week one, so
That I mean,
we're justified.
they also were down 7 with
Is-
20 seconds left, so it could have. I don't want to say it could have gone either way, but
Tell me that's the only like clean sweep us picking all three that all of us got wrong. I hope.
From this
I really
week?
hope.
nope, because we all had Washington on Thursday night.
Was it from
I bet they
this
still
week?
won,
You're
whatever.
saying?
Huh? From last week. He's saying like what game all three of us took. Was that like the only one we got wrong? I know Washington we all took and we got wrong. We all took Jacksonville and we all got that one wrong too. All three of us were on Jacksonville.
We
both
suck.
those. No, I mean
They
those
suck.
those are two bad picks.
They suck.
Your Giants lost on a heartbreaker. I know we're kind of not going in order, but that game was miserable to watch, especially as a Giants fan. I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah, there was everyone's blaming like the entire loss on the Dexter Lawrence thing, which is insane. It's very high pressure in that situation, or not high pressure, high leverage and high pressure. So like that mistake obviously cost them the game in that moment. But I mean, other plays like the Darius Slayton wide open touchdown.
I mean, you gotta catch that. I don't know. It wasn't
It's a
the
huge
best
play.
throw either, but it goes on both of them. Like, you just gotta make that play, and then they're up 10 or something. And,
Yeah.
That
It's again, it's 2 weeks in a row where they were
I
driving.
think as soon
with,
as they dropped that, I think
Yeah,
you
the-
said something, and I was just like, yeah, no, the Giants are losing.
it's 2 weeks, harping back on the fumble that Jones had in week one when we were up 7-3, had an opportunity to take a lead there. It's 2 weeks in a row where you have chances like that early on in the game to take a bigger lead that you just didn't take advantage of.
that game was so crazy because it kept going like back and forth. Like, Washington. There was like 2 minutes left, and Washington
The
had a
end was
chance to ice
ridiculous.
it. Then they throw a pick. Then the Giants they take a field goal, right?
Yeah.
And then Washington drives down and they're about to kick a field goal and miss it, and you think the game's over. And then obviously
How
that
good
penalty.
did Taylor Heineke look, though?
He looked very good, and
I think at some points, though, he looks like a pumpkin.
Well-
but there's sometimes that he's like yossing it,
that
and it's a bullet.
that throw to the back corner of the end zone to I think it was Ricky Seals-Jones was
Amazing.
it was like Ben Roethlisberger in the Super Bowl, like to Santonio Holmes. Like that was a dot to the back of the end zone, and I don't know. I don't want to say Taylor Heineke's like their future there, but maybe he is.
He can hold it down, maybe.
Maybe he is.
I mean, we saw what he did against the Bucks in the playoffs. That was
Yeah,
that
they
was no
gave-
cakewalk for the Bucks.
No, I was gonna say they gave Tom Brady a hard time.
We don't have much to say about the Denver Jacksonville game.
No.
Right?
No, Denver's 2-0. but
Oh, I
they
gotta
beat the
say,
worst
I
team
gotta
in the
say one
league.
thing. Teddy Bridgewater, 72.5% covering against the spread in his career. If you need to win a bet, you bet on Teddy Bridgewater.
I'm all set.
Just saying. Just point out the facts.
That's a good stat, but I'm all set.
Fair. Cleveland, you felt very strongly about Cleveland. Wasn't in your pick 3, but
They ended up winning by what, 10?
10, yeah. I mean, Houston's looked a lot better than people have thought. People were saying,
no, they have.
people were saying that they were like an expansion team or like had
But
no
now
hope.
Teddy's hurt. Or
Tyrod.
Tyrod's hurt.
Yeah, they're starting Davis Mills, whoever the hell that is, on Thursday night, which.
So
That's
that,
looking like
that
it's gonna
kind of
be
makes
ugly.
me achy.
Mm-hmm.
So
Houston on prime time will show the country who the worst team in football is.
It's either them or
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, or the Jets.
Oh boy, yeah.
We'll get there in a second. But yeah, Cleveland's kind of, I don't want to say they've looked good for the first 2 weeks. I feel like there's a lot to like be desired with them though. I feel like they're leaving stuff on the table on a lot of plays. And yeah, they scored 31, but
We can still tell that they have much more in them than what's.
well, they've
and,
also
and they're
gone
getting
out
a
in the
little
field so
banged
far.
up.
well, they've also given up what 54 points in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and their defense is supposed to be
One of the best in the league.
top 3 unit in the NFL.
I mean, you should not give up 21 to Houston. Like, if we're being realistic. Like, that's just not... And it's a regular season game, I get it. But, I don't know. That's not what one of the best teams in the NFL should be doing. But
And they lose Jarvis Landry for a couple weeks.
they did 3 weeks he's out for. So it's... And we don't know what's up with Odell. So they don't really have...
Yeah. I have a feeling he'll come back this week. But, I mean, even Baker got banged up in that game. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Buffalo just absolutely kicked the crap out of Miami.
Yeah, Miami let me down.
They normally are your savior.
I think in hindsight, I should have just picked Buffalo like I was supposed to.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, we love Buffalo.
Do you remember
I
that?
had Buffalo in my pick 3, and
That's right.
and I switched it. That was a terrible choice.
He literally was like, all right, and my pick is oh wait, I took Buffalo. I mean Miami.
Me personally, I'd feel like the dumbest person on the face of the earth right now if I were you.
Damn.
Well, that was kind of mean,
You
but
should go jump off the roof. That's what I'm
yeah,
said,
I might after
Stupid.
this.
Bonehead mistake. Lousy.
I think it's safe to say I will not be betting Miami for the rest of the year.
Oh, come on. Not rest of the
Yeah,
year.
you
Just
can't-
give him a couple week break.
You can't jump off
Yeah,
the shit
you-
now.
All right.
No,
just-
you can't
yeah,
break up
I'll
on
give him a couple weeks.
Can't break up.
No, he's gonna say this, and then his pick 3 is gonna be like Miami, plus 3.5.
Is pick
Taking
3
my
is
talents to
Miami
South
games for
Beach.
this week, next week, and the week after?
What you guys
we'll
don't
get back
know is
to
I'm
it.
actually a spy.
I-
I actually work for Miami's front office.
Then why aren't you living down there? Why would you live in this shithole up here?
He's a
Because
sleeper
if
agent.
I lived
It's
down
really
there, it
cold
would
up
be
here.
a dead giveaway if I was picking Miami all the
There's a
time.
lot of people in Florida.
Old people.
Okay, disguise yourself as a crackhead or something.
I still don't think Buffalo looked all that great. I mean, Josh Allen had 180
Yeah, no,
yards.
he didn't.
It was just the
That
simple,
was
They were able to
just-
run the hell out of the ball, though.
yeah, it was just the simple fact that Miami was not able to move. They were able to move the ball, but then they would have like a sack and a penalty, and then they would punt the ball. Like,
Tua got hurt.
yo, I mean,
Which that hit he took was really, that was rough. But I mean, I think he's proven that he's not
not it.
it. And
I think we've been on that beat for a while, but
I think Miami is
Been on that beat since he was in college.
Miami might be panicking a little bit. I'd be panicking if I were them.
it's gonna be Deshaun Watson down there. I don't see any other way.
Yeah, but then what happens once he finally gets onto a team? Do they decide to
Suspended
throw a suspension at him, something like that?
I mean, at that point, trade for him now. Honestly,
before it's too late.
I mean, if they're gonna say you're out for 10 weeks, trade for him in week 10. Then you have him for next or week 6. Then you have
yeah,
him
it's very
next year.
true. Who else are they going to start right now? That they don't strike me as a team that would bring in Cam Newton at this stage where their team is.
They
They're
got our
gonna
boy-
see
they
what
got our
Jacoby
boy
Brissett.
Yeah,
Jacoby
do
Brissett,
have
he's
Jacoby
solid,
Brissett.
but I mean,
he's not
with-
gonna win you a game. Not like not go out of his way.
Yeah,
to
no,
win
I
you
mean he's
games.
not going to like turn the ball over or any crap like that, but he'll throw for 180 yards, probably a
and he's
touchdown.
he is more of like a really big system guy. Like, and I feel like Miami needs like a dynamic, like a Deshaun Watson, like a Tua, like a Justin Herbert, like one of those guys that just kind of takes over. You know what I mean? They don't have that.
Can you imagine being a Dolphins fan and taking Tua over Justin
Yeah,
Herbert?
it sucks. I mean, I hate it. I like the Dolphins much more than I do.
I mean,
the
here's the
Chargers.
thing,
I would have
we're-
loved to see him in Miami.
This is always gonna be one of those things where some teams are way better at it than others.
Chargers
like-
have been
Yeah, but the
drafting. Chargers actually have been drafting very well. the
Chargers are
last
really good at
3-4
drafting
years.
players.
They just can't.
Well, no, everyone
get
gets
the
hurt
gel.
every year.
Everybody
Or the-
get. Everybody
And you
gets
gotta
hurt, and
remember,
the
too,
coaching's
like-
normally bad.
Like, one of the only teams that was like 100% interested in signing Tom Brady was the Chargers.
Mhm.
Like, they know what they're doing.
Obviously, they can draft quarterbacks. There's that.
They know the quarterback position.
They just don't know how to get a good head coach.
Your boy, double sprained ankle.
Yeah, my boy.
Yeah, your boy.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I saw the notification. I'm like, that's.
They covered.
They did, and we were right.
Plus 3.5.
I just don't get how you sprain both your ankles. How do you do that?
I was sitting on my couch laughing watching that game.
Because I thought it was just the one when he was on the sideline.
I'm not saying I was laughing at Carson Wentz, but the first drive of the game.
Yes, you were.
Well, kind of, but no, I'm fine with Carson Wentz. They drove down all the way to the 1 on the first drive of the game, ran it 4 straight times, did not get into the end zone. Then the next drive they got all the way down to like the 2 or the 3, threw an incompletion, ran the ball. Then on 3rd down, Carson Wentz runs like a pitch, throws it left-handed, and it gets picked off on the goal line.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
That was like the worst play I've
Getting
ever
a
seen.
pitch that's picked off.
He's looking just as careless now with the football as he was during his last season
last year
or so
in
with
Philadelphia.
Philly.
It's just
He's fragile. You can tell he's not committed. I just like.
there's not much more to say. You've already said your piece on
Yeah,
that.
You're right. You're right.
Sucks for the Colts.
I don't want to. I don't
know?
want to shit on. I don't want to kick him while he's down. You know what I mean?
He needs-
Miami and Indianapolis are in a pretty similar situations right now. They got really good teams that are ready to make noise. Just quarterback, what's going on?
He needs to show something.
What can we do?
Once he comes back? I don't know if it's this week or gonna be later on, but no, seriously, if he comes back and is like as poorly as he's been playing the last 2 weeks, it's not
'Cause,
gonna be
like,
his team.
He's just at some point. Not saying that his injury wasn't serious, but just look at the timing of his injury. Like, they needed a drive to win the game.
Yeah, then they throw in Jacob Eason to throw a pick.
And, like, he comes out, and it's like he was doing those, like, they had him on the sideline. He gets up, and he starts doing those, like, step backs and, like, you know, simulating it or whatever. And then he looked fine, and then it was just like, okay, yeah, no, he's not going in. We're going to put up Jacob Eason
For a 2-minute drill.
for a
against the
2-minute
Rams.
drill against the Rams to win us the game. And, of course, on his, like, second play, he throws a pick. And it's like, of course.
Mhm.
Like, you can't just throw a guy in the Wolves like that and just expect him to win you the game. So, like, Carson Wentz kind of lost him that game in a way with those silly mistakes, the pick on the shovel pass, and then, like, I mean, I guess, like, I'm not going to, like, bash him for getting injured. Obviously, it's, like, not his fault, but
At the same time, you get injured. And you
Yeah,
have to
that's
put the
kind of when
backup in.
it's when you need your quarterback
Yeah.
is in that moment. So
Disappointing start for the
Colts, we were very high on them, but
I mean, they're still in the division.
so while we're
right?
We
talking
shall
about
see.
as much as I was wrong about, I am looking a lot right on the Colts.
That is fair. I mean, Carson Wentz is your arch enemy.
Yeah, I'd fight him if I saw him.
He'd probably get
go right
hurt.
for the ankles.
Yeah.
All right, San
That
Francisco.
would be the only fight I could win.
San Francisco looked, I guess, alright. I don't think they did anything
San
special.
Francisco-
They
Francisco's
played a
been
game
really
that they
weird.
want to play.
Just a dirty, icky game.
Yep.
But I took Philadelphia in my pick 3. I was picking way more with my heart than with my head on that one. I wanted to believe in Philly and have them go 2-0, and
I did the same with Miami.
so we all made mistakes, but I really believed in Philly in that game. They're still firmly in the NFC East race because that division is
No one wants to win it.
terrible.
Ass.
So they got a big Monday night game against Dallas this week. Jalen Hurts did not look as good as he looked week 1, but you also can't play the Falcons every week. So see how it goes with Philly. San Francisco
Yeah, next week's interesting for sure.
goes.
I
and
think
plays
we're gonna
Green
see
Bay
we're gonna
next
see
week.
tests for both Philly and San Fran because San Fran has kind of been like and they've played kind of teams. So
Them playing Green Bay this week is a huge game.
yeah, so we're gonna see because this is like I guess a potential playoff meeting. No,
I would
And
think
rematch.
so. Yeah.
Of not
2
last
years
year,
ago.
but the year before his NFC Championship.
And
So-
San Francisco takes the absolute living crap out of
That's
them.
what happens to Green Bay when they go to the NFC Championship.
Chicago, I was very right about. They wanted to blow the game at the end, but
They really did want to blow
No,
that game.
they were
again.
screaming. They were like, "Oh, we want to give Cincinnati this
Burrow
game
and the
right now."
boys made a nice push at the end, and
He also threw 3 picks on 3 straight plays.
He did.
I don't know if any of you saw that.
Cincinnati covered, huh?
It happens. I mean, like he was out for a good part of last year. Didn't really get those rookie mistakes out of the way. So I think we're gonna see some. That's just inevitable.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
He's also running around for his life on the behind his line.
Jeez.
Give him a lot of credit. He's very talented.
He is.
Just
Just
gotta
the
run
fact
around
that
like that.
they've stuck in these games and then won a decent game against the Vikings.
The receiving core is so good. It really is that good. I think.
I'm happy that Jamar Chase looks good.
I am too, because I drafted him in fantasy and I needed him to be good.
And it really hasn't taken away much from T. Higgins, who I have in fantasy, and he's caught touchdowns back-to-back weeks.
Tyler
Decent
Boyd.
amount of
Did he have-
yards.
Someone had one of the receivers had 2 fumbles. Was it T. Higgins?
It could have been Higgins.
Yeah, I think he had 2 fumbles.
Oh yeah. Was it him?
I'm pretty sure it was.
What are you gonna do?
You just sat there praising him there, and he just.
He still got me 16 points. It's pretty good.
He's very talented.
Where I got him at.
That team has a lot of upside. I'm not going to say they can compete for a playoff spot, but
I'd like next year I'd like to see him do so.
You could see that they're on their way.
I think they're one of those teams that towards the end of the year, if they're like playing a Buffalo or something, I don't know that they play
can
Buffalo.
Pick up a win,
they
shouldn't.
They can be a little frisky towards the end of the year.
I like the path that they're on. I think the Bengals are on the right track. I know the Jamar Chase pick was questionable because they need to build the offensive line. Still, that was a good pick, and they are on the right track.
The Raiders.
You
were high on the Steelers.
I was.
Yeah, that was pretty confident in my pick there for a majority of the game.
That's just one of those like early, games in Pittsburgh where if Pittsburgh won that game by like 21, I'm not going to sit here and say I would have been shocked. But at the same time, Vegas winning too.
Pittsburgh, depending on how you want to look at Vegas, Pittsburgh is notorious for playing down in their competition. And if you think that Pittsburgh is considerably better than Las Vegas, then there you go. I don't have an answer to that very question, but
Big Ben looked really old.
I know the MVP.
Yeah, they don't have a running game.
I know the MVP conversation changes every week, but Derek Carr.
Oh, of course. Right now, yeah.
I'm
MVP through week 2.
As much as I want to, I'm really not buying into the Raiders yet.
I haven't bought into them. Like, I'm not like as confident in them as I am with Carolina. But they got a shot.
They're fun.
They are fun.
They're a fun team.
And they play in a tough division. Those Western divisions are.
And I love John Gruden.
How can you not?
And for them to go into Heinz Field and win like that was pretty impressive.
Oh, this was the game that you were completely right about. You said the You said no, obviously you had them in your pick 3, but you said the Raiders need one big play towards the end of the game to win the game. And what happened? Ruggs caught a 75-yard touchdown.
And he's a flex. I didn't win in that league, but I mean, Ruggs got me a touchdown and had a nice game.
I went back and listened to it, and I was like, wow, it's literally what he said. Like, you needed a big play, and they got the 75-yard touchdown. So,
and like a lot of people criticize Derek Carr for, not throwing the long ball. Like, they're always just like, his completion percentage is great, but they're like, yeah, but he just throws short little passes.
He's been pushing the ball down the field.
He's been airing it out.
I hate Pittsburgh.
Ben looks bad, dude. Even with Harris, they got no run game. They can't move the ball.
I don't think they made the playoffs. I really don't.
Why are they throwing to Claypool so much? They have other guys that are decent enough. In my
opinion.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Deontay Johnson got hurt at the end of that game too. I don't know if you caught that.
Right.
I don't know. They just love doing whatever they want because they're Pittsburgh. And
after I praised them too, like, am I just cursed?
I don't know. Are you? Did you bet on it?
No.
All right, then.
But they were in my pick 3.
But like,
I just praised Deontay Johnson. I was like, he's probably one of their best. I know people talk about Chase Claypool, but he's probably the best talent that they have.
We were
and
talking
he gets
about
hurt.
him as the number 1 going into the year.
I mean, we said you won pick 3 last year. I'm pretty sure we only did it for like 8 weeks, but
there's your answer. We only did it for 8 weeks.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Take 8 weeks to catch back up.
New England just. I mean, it's New England versus the Jets. I know I said I was nervous about that game, but I should have just.
They made the Jets.
And I said there was
really...
nothing to worry about.
I mean, as much as everything changes, the Jets stay the same. Like, the Jets are always going to be the Jets.
And they made the Jets look really bad. They made the Jets look really bad.
one of the post game like questions to Zach Wilson was, "Were you seeing ghosts out there?"
Yeah, savages.
That was
New
bad.
York reporters are savages.
That was pretty funny.
Oh my god. And credit to him, he handled it pretty well. But I would be so mad if I was him.
It's too early to say he's not the answer there, but
his start is looking like Darnold's did. And I didn't think Darnold was a bad quarterback at all going into there. I just didn't love.
We
the
said
situation.
that Zach Wilson is just another Sam Darnold.
Their line looks so bad, so bad. They
He's
can't block
Sam
shit.
Darnold reincarnated.
the thing I don't get about the
They're too
Jets,
similar. I don't get it.
thing I don't get about the Jets is they draft early every year, and yet their team looks the same every year.
It's
like,
because they
always
don't
make the
make
wrong
good
decision.
decisions. They never make a good decision. I haven't.
where's the talent on that team?
Nowhere.
Was Jamal Adams their last really good draft pick?
And then they took 2 draft picks for him, and then they drafted Zach Wilson and someone else that was crappy.
Yeah. Sometimes there's ass kickings though that are like kind of entertaining because it's comical. That was what this Pats Jets.
That was just.
He
a
was-
complete
I loved
circus.
watching.
He was
that game.
4 of 10 with 4 interceptions heading into the fourth quarter. He had 4 completions and 4 interceptions.
He throws a pick early. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the kind of game it's gonna be. Then when he throws another one, that's when you start kind of like laughing. Then when he throws another one, you're like, yes, let's go, let's see another one. And
Like
then he throws a fourth.
when he throws that third one, you're like, oh my god, he's throwing like 8.
7.
Yeah, he's throwing like so many.
I don't know how. I mean, good for him because it's like if I went out there and threw 3 interceptions, I would just be like, let's just hand it off every time. I mean, I know you got to get back in the game, but at that point, it's like, how do you keep pushing the ball down the field? It's like, do you want to throw 5 or 6 interceptions?
And it doesn't help either when your receivers can't create separation.
Not at all.
You have blockers blocking each other. You have nobody blocking up the middle, and someone gets a free release to Zach Wilson. Like, what do you expect is going to happen?
They're the Jets.
There's that one play that
That's all I gotta say.
I showed you on TikTok. This kid,
all you need to say.
this kid broke it down, and it was just
Oh, it
one
was
of
so
those
funny.
plays. There's 2 guys on the end. I think it was a tight end and a lineman, just standing there. There's no one in front of them, just standing there looking at each other like, what are we supposed to do? There's
One guy's on the
no
ground.
one in the middle, as I think it was a Kyle Van Noy or someone got a free release right up the middle.
Yeah,
There's
they're just
no one
running
within
straight at
5 yards of him. Then there's another defensive lineman on top of an offensive lineman, pancaking him on the ground. Then you got 2 other guys that are just like out in the middle of nowhere. The receivers have no separation, and it's just like, what do you expect is going to happen?
And Corey Davis has no hops.
And Corey Davis has no hops.
It's just so funny too because like they'll bring in a new coach and a new offensive coordinator and a new scheme and a new this, and then it's just like
It never works.
and it never works ever. It's like how
Because they also make bad decisions with their coaching.
I don't know who their owners are, but sell the team.
Woody
I don't know.
Johnson. That's
Terrible.
terrible.
Sell it.
Terrible.
Your Panthers obviously won.
They looked really good.
They look really good.
The Saints spread. I mean, I took Carolina. I agreed with you. The Saint that like was like a very like
That was
sell
borderline
high
for you?
spot for the Saints. Like going into Carolina and being a 3-point favorite, like you were paying a very heavy tax to bet, Jameis Winston on the road. And it's early in the season, and yeah, they had a great win in Green Bay, but I don't know. It was I thought it was a pretty bad line. I should have put it in my pick 3, but I didn't. But I don't know. You can't really expect Jameis to go in there right off the bat and dominate against Carolina. I think Carolina is a very good team, very underrated team.
Yeah, I think Carolina definitely is proving themselves to be a solid, like he said, like just team in general. Like, yes, they have Christian McCaffrey. Yes, like it makes Sam Darnold look really well. But I mean, he's making the Jets look so stupid because I think
Well, the thing is, you got to put talent around whoever your quarterback is.
And what we've said from the beginning is that, like, I don't think like Sam Darnold is that bad of a quarterback. I just think he was a product of his environment.
He's solid. And they're just like you just said, they're a good unit. I think their defense is very good. Their offensive unit is outstanding. And you have that one guy on offense too that is excellent and top 2 talent in the league when it comes to their position. So that is really all you need to win a lot of games. You have good surrounding players on the offense, and then your superstar. And you have a quarterback that is looking like so far that can get it done and lead
We'll
the charge.
Stupid hypothetical, but swap Sam Darnold and Zach Wilson. Are the Panthers still 2-0?
you still have a rookie quarterback.
I don't think so because of the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I'd still give him a win, maybe 1-1.
Just wondering. Just throwing that one out there.
Yeah, I'd say 1-1 is probably fair.
Tampa Bay just kicked the crowd. Oh, I need you to just roast me for taking Atlanta.
And me,
switch.
Yeah,
I'll
can you
take
guys
part
not
of the
do
blame
that
for
anymore?
you, Sal, because
Can you not do it anymore? Just don't do it anymore.
I listened to Antonio's spiel about Atlanta, and I was just like, you know what? 12.5 is a lot of points. And they were only down 3 in the fourth quarter. And you know what Matt Ryan does? Was it 2 pick sixes? Or was it a fumble 6 and then a pick 6?
Something stupid.
Tampa's defense had 2 fourth quarter defensive touchdowns.
Yeah,
2 pick
at one
sixes.
point I was kind of confident in Atlanta covering. Like, oh yeah, this is good. They're down by 10 or something like that.
They cut it to 3.
No, it's you might want to listen to my picks sometimes, but choose your battles.
When it
wisely.
comes to
Choose your
Atlanta,
battles.
just stay away.
Well, it's just like Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. It's like just take Tampa Bay. Like there's
That was my thing.
Yeah,
of it, and it was
which
one
is
of the
what I
only
said-
ones I got right.
I said that originally, and then I was like, yeah, no.
Plus,
I'm
I've
gonna take
taken Atlanta 2 weeks in a row. And
I guess just when it comes to Tom Brady, I'm always right about Tom Brady just because I've seen the movie too many times. But Atlanta sucks.
we'll see later.
Atlanta is definitely, you talk about
So now
the
now
Jets, Atlanta, and the Jets.
you curse
I
your,
said the Jets twice.
you curse yourself now. Whatever you take in the Tampa Bay game is going to be wrong. You said you've seen the story a million times.
But I've said that multiple times.
We'll see what happens this week.
All right. I mean,
I've heard you say that multiple times.
but here's the thing about me. Like, you don't know what I'm going to pick in that game.
I have no clue. You could take the Rams,
Okay.
but it could be wrong.
Do you want to move? No, we
We got one more game
So what?
from last week.
Which
Dallas Chargers. We didn't talk about. I thought it would be.
We didn't talk about a lot of games, actually. We didn't talk about Arizona, Minnesota. We didn't talk about...
Yeah, we did.
You said something about them, but we didn't ever talk
I
about
think we
it.
talked about him a little bit earlier, but not really.
What do you want to say?
Kyler's awesome.
Yeah.
Kyler is awesome.
Kyler is awesome.
Yeah.
I love the way he looks.
MVP right now. It's either Kyler, Derek Carr, or Tom Brady. It's one
It's
of
like
them.
Tom Brady's got 9 passing touchdowns.
I think he's completely in FU mode. Like
Absolutely.
Tom Brady he's going to throw like 70 touchdown passes.
I mean,
this year.
Kyler keeps putting up this pace though. It's like, what's he gonna throw for? 5,000 or not 5,000, but 4,800, 4,700 yards.
I
He
mean,
looks
I
so
think
confident. He looks
40
so confident
yeah,
out there too.
So composed. Like he just loves sitting back there, running around in a circle, throwing a 70-yard bomb to Rondale Moore wide open.
Off balance, rolling to the left, which is such a weird throw for a quarterback. He's got that shit down.
Mm-hmm.
it's that baseball arm.
I love watching him. It's even better when you have him in
If it
fantasy,
comes
too.
down to him and Brady at the end of the season and they got to pick one, I think that they pick Kyler.
No, I think they picked Brady.
They give it to Brady.
Just
I don't
Because
think
it would
so.
probably be
No,
his last one.
It's like a lifetime. Like, oh, we're gonna,
We're gonna give it to the 45-year-old. No one will ever do it again.
It's like the LeBron thing. It's like, bro, we've seen you before.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's Brady, and they'll
Like,
give it to him.
if Kyler Murray wins the NFC West, he should get 2 MVPs.
Fair. I mean, I think you said the Cardinals before the year, but there were not many people picking the Cardinals to win that division.
No, I mean, I said
I
that
didn't.
I thought you did.
No,
I liked the Cardinals.
I said they're the best last place team I've
I don't know
ever
what
seen.
I don't remember what I said. I probably didn't pick them to win it. But I think
I
the
wouldn't have
Cardinals
picked them.
were
No, I picked the Rams. So
Oh, I thought you picked. I really thought you picked the Cardinals to win that.
no,
division.
I went
49ers.
I went Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Arizona. But I said that.
I don't
could be in
remember what
any
I
order.
picked. I don't remember what I picked, but I just remember you guys were a little bit lower on Arizona, and I loved Arizona.
I mean,
At this point, I want them to win that division.
oh yeah,
I do too.
I'm actively rooting for Arizona.
Yeah, and it's crazy that it's going to be one of those years where Seattle probably gets 10 or 11 wins and still doesn't.
Maybe
and probably
not.
comes in last place.
God, I would say that every year though. I'm like, this Seattle, maybe not. Then they go to 11-5 again.
I don't think it's this year. I think this is the year that Seattle falls off.
Well, yeah, but I think they win 11 or 10, 11 games and still miss
Seattle?
the playoffs. Yeah.
The only thing that holds them up is because they don't even have a good defense. Just their defensive scheme is kind of what keeps them around it in their games.
They will find ways to win games.
They find ways because they know how to drop a play defensively, and Russell Wilson's really, really good.
They're just in a really solid division. I mean, based on what I've seen, I could see San Fran falling off in the middle of the year.
No, I think
could see
they're
it.
in the playoffs.
They're a thick playoff team.
All right.
They're gonna be
That'll be my hot take for
Like,
the
they
week.
can go deep.
I'm usually wrong, so
Dallas Chargers. Anything else? Hold your peace.
I mean,
Close game,
like
like we
who?
thought.
I don't know which one of you said it, but Dallas was supposed to win that game.
I mean, I took Dallas, but he said Dallas
Yeah,
was definitely winning the jam.
Yeah, I just think that was they were never going 0-2 in that spot, and the Chargers love losing close games at the end.
Week 3.
Week 3,
Houston at home.
gross.
Disgusting.
Panthers by a lot.
Anyone want to adjust the spread? It is not
It's
Tyrod
8.
Taylor.
It's 8, right?
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
I think I
it
saw
all.
it before too. I think I saw it was 8.
8 points. Houston is not covering this game. I don't see any way that they are covering this game.
And you've been right about Houston the past 2 weeks, so.
I have been. I just think they'd get the shit kicked out of them.
But
I think it's
all
like,
the primetime games have been pretty
close.
decent.
Yeah, no, they've been close and they've been good.
Yeah, but this is finally going to be our, shitty Thursday night game.
No, I agree with you. I think it's like
Yeah, I just
I
said that
think-
because
not.
Sal, no. Why do I remember this? Bad things happen to Carolina Thursday night games. Do you remember that? What was it, the Luke Kuechly shit? That was a Thursday night.
What do you like? blow
When
his-
he died.
what do you mean the Luke Kuechly
So,
shit?
Luke
When he
Ke-
blew
or was
up
it, or was it Greg
Joe,
Olson?
I don't remember.
was it when Luke Kuechly blew up Joe Flacco?
No, someone. I gotta look this up now. I think it was Luke Kuechly. It was in some insane injury.
Oh, no, I don't remember that. Why? So you're saying?
No, I'm
he's-
not switching. I'm just mad I remembered that.
Well, now you just cursed that whole pick.
Yeah, it was
Now
some.
this
It was
is
some
just
Thursday.
tainted.
Yeah, he got carted off in like a Thursday night game, and his head was like split, like wide open.
I don't remember that.
What year
How
was
long
that?
ago was this?
Probably like 4 years ago.
I mean, so we're going full slate.
I
Carolina
don't know. I
here.
just remember shit. Yeah, no.
If we're going full,
Do we do this Thursdays every week? I feel like the first
Did we?
week. I think the first week we took all.
we
all
took
the same.
we took Washington and
And
yeah,
they
we all took Washington.
didn't cover, right?
No.
What was the week before?
Oh, you took Tampa. We both had Dallas.
Okay, yeah.
So we basically have gone the same on Thursday. I mean,
Did I pick Tampa or did I pick Dallas?
no, you picked Tampa.
I might have picked Dallas to cover
You wouldn't have picked Dallas.
I know for a fact you picked Tampa.
because I thought it was a lot of points. All right.
You said Tampa.
Okay.
I'm taking Carolina. They're the better team. They've got way more weapons. There's a backup quarterback playing for Houston. I don't think there's a lot of thought you need to put into this game.
And a lot of people would think there's a backup quarterback playing for Carolina, but we won't go over that.
I like Matt Rule. Matt Rule's a good coach.
Yeah, there's just all the signs are pointing to Carolina blowing them out.
And they'll be 3-0. Are you taking Houston?
No, I'm not switching. I'm not taking the bait. I'm not switching. If we're gonna be wrong about this game, I want us all to be wrong about it. I don't want to be on a lonely island
I'm
again.
down with this.
All right.
Because I think me and Antonio are gonna agree on a lot of things this week,
Chargers.
which might be bad for you.
We'll see.
Sorry, Antonio.
Chargers head into Arrowhead, take on their division rival, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is 55. Nolan, take the floor.
So I've really thought hard about this game. I mean, the Chiefs coming off a loss is the only thing keeping me from taking the Chargers here.
Exactly.
So I'm just gonna take the Chiefs and not really think about it too much anymore.
I keep thinking about
Because I like the Chargers, and I wouldn't be surprised if they cover the 6.5. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a close game at the end. And Kansas City, the game's tied, and Kansas City needs a field goal to win or something. But I am just gonna take the sensible pick and go Kansas City minus 6.5 because I have been shit and I want to change it. So
I've been leaning
I'm
toward
going
Kansas.
against what my gut is saying.
I've been leaning towards Kansas City, and my gut's pretty torn right now. It could be something else that comes out of my mouth by the time I'm done talking in about 30 or 45 seconds, but that's exactly what you're saying. I'm thinking about Andy Reid and the Chiefs coming off of a loss against the Chargers,
At
who have
home.
an outstanding offense,
At home.
and the Chiefs don't have a great defense. How does this play out? I really don't know. I have a
think
feeling
it's-
Sal is gonna go Chargers, but
So I'm thinking smash the over in this game.
yeah,
Because you look at two, I don't know, Just two really good offenses
Yeah.
against like mediocre to poor defenses.
I'll stick.
Sal's gonna sit here.
But
and
do
take
the Chiefs
Chargers.
go on a little skid?
I want Sal to be on the Lonely Island this week.
I don't know, man. But like, are we gonna
Shut
see
up,
the
you're
Chiefs?
taking the
Stop.
Chiefs.
Are we gonna see the
Sal.
Chiefs go on a skid for the first time in like this era of Chief?
No.
I don't know. Maybe they start off like
Is this a
2
skid
and
though?
4?
Like we said, they like dropping games in the
no,
beginning of
they
the year.
lose 2 in a row. They're under 500, and that's not something
Didn't
that
they
the
lose
Chiefs
2 in a
really
row
do.
last year? In the beginning of the year?
They might have. I don't know. Or are they like, whoa, we got
Or was
these
it the
2
year
other
before?
AFC West teams above the Chiefs?
It might have been the year before when they won the Super Bowl. They lost 2 games. in a row
I'm
there.
gonna stop. My brain's going too much. Just give me the Chiefs.
Okay, take the Chargers.
Give me the Chargers.
Okay. Why?
Whoa. Why is
80-something%
73% of the money on a -6.5?
Because they're the Chiefs, and people love betting on the Chiefs.
What, did you think it was going to be even?
I
I thought it was gonna be closer.
really want to take the Chiefs because they're 0-2 against the spread to start the season, and maybe they just kick the crap out of the Chargers, and I could easily see
That makes me like the Chiefs more.
Yeah, I mean, I that would be like the big reason why I would take the Chiefs in this spot. I just think the Chargers are that good of a team, and I don't know. They're still healthy. They're coming off a loss. This is a game where they were probably looking forward to this game last week. Not like they knew they had Dallas in front of them, but I mean,
You're right. They got something to play for.
they're the biggest threat that the Chargers have is the Chiefs. Like, they're going to get up for this game. They're going to give the Chiefs their best punch. And, the Chiefs are going to put up points, don't get me wrong, but plus 6.5, I'll take the points with the Chargers.
Hours ago, I was so confident in the Chiefs in this pick. Now I want to switch so bad. I'm not going to.
You're switching.
Don't keep me on the Lonely Island, please.
No, me and you. Well,
All right.
That might be bad for you. I'm kind of cursed.
we're all right.
Justin Fields, our boy, going into the dog pound as a 7-point underdog. I hate this game.
This game, you don't bet on this game.
This game screams under to me.
Just don't bet on it.
I'm going to take the Browns in this game. I think the Browns, we said, had a little bit left to, give, and they've left some, points on the table. I think maybe this is a complete performance. Fields will probably look okay to good, but I don't think he's going to put up enough points on Cleveland's defense to cover the 7. So I'm going to take Cleveland.
Everybody's very high and very confident in Justin Fields. I don't see him coming out and having, a great start off the bat. I think maybe a lot of people are thrown off, and he doesn't look very good at all against this Browns defense, playing at home for first time this season, right?
Mm-hmm. No. The Browns were home last week.
Okay, they were home last week. I'll stick with the Browns. I've not picked the Bears yet this year.
I'm going to pick the Bears.
Plus 7.
And here's why. 7's a lot of points. And the receiving core of the Browns is pretty banged up. Baker's banged up with his shoulder. I'm not sure on the severity of it, but he is banged up. And they're going to rely a lot on Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. And what have we always said about the Bears, about their D-line?
It's the only
They're
thing
really
they're
good at stopping the run. I think this game goes under. I do think Cleveland wins, but I don't think it's by more than 7. So give me Chicago plus 7. I just think it's too many points.
Plus the points. Arizona, our favorite. Minus 7.5 going to Jacksonville.
Again, I'm not thinking too much about it. Give me Arizona minus 7.5.
This game screams Vegas.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say that.
Jaguars have yet to cover. Oh my God!
No, they have.
They've also yet to win.
Oh, no, they haven't. You're right.
Whoa!
Yeah, all of the money's on Arizona.
Don't care.
Jags are my pick
Jags are
going into this.
Jags are also my pick on this one.
I hate you guys.
Trevor's gonna throw a lot of touchdowns and a lot of picks this year.
You gotta sniff some of them out, and I think this is one you just gotta sniff out. It's like
I'm not sniffing anything.
Arizona's way better
COVID,
than
bro?
Jacksonville. Way better.
Huh?
You got COVID? You're not sniffing anything. You got COVID?
Do we have to put a mask
Touch my
on?
hand and prove it.
I'll
lick
kiss
it-
you on
lick
the
it
lips
first.
to prove it.
I'll leave. That's fine.
All right.
I just you you gotta just pick your battles sometimes, and I think this is one where you just gotta say, it's gonna be a 7-point Arizona win, and Jacksonville will cover 7.5.
It's gonna be a 14-point Arizona win.
That's the sensible thing to say.
Yes.
But I'm not saying
Excuse
that.
me.
Okay.
Okay. Washington.
That's fine.
Washington on the road in Buffalo. +8 is the spread. This is a pick 3 game for me.
You're gonna pick Washington.
I'm taking Washington.
Why?
Because they're just gonna make it an ugly, gross, 17-13 game, and it's gonna be back and forth of punt, field goal, turnover, field goal the whole time. It's just gonna be a close game the whole entire time.
There's a few big spreads this week.
I don't think Buffalo just shit kicks Washington. Washington is not one of those teams that gets their doors blown open. I love Washington in this spot.
Yeah, Josh Allen's looked a little not bad at all, really, but nothing close to where he was at last season in his first couple games this year. And they're playing against what's expected to be one of the best defenses in the NFC. I'm with Sal here. I like this to be kind of a close, really gritty game.
Let's hear you take the Bills.
No, take Washington. I hate it.
Come on, Nolan, take the Bills. I know you want to. Do you have COVID?
I'm taking the Bills.
I knew you were going to do that. You hate being on Lonely Island, but then when you are, you're like, yeah.
No, because I hate being on Lonely Island, but then when I expect you guys to make the sensible pick, you guys are like, I'm sniffing this one out. This is Vegas taking all the money.
80. All right, listen to me. This one, fine. The last game, there's 85% of the money on Arizona. I think
87%.
I don't think there's any chance Arizona
Okay, it
covers
is
that
Wednesday.
game.
There's 5 more days. For
Who's lining up to bet Jacksonville? Nobody at the end of the week's going to be like, you know what? Give me Jacksonville.
Except you two. I'm sure there's plenty of you guys out there that are going to be like, this is too many points. Vegas is going to take all of it. I'm going to bet the Jets.
I mean, not being a dickhead, but our
Not
record has shown that we can sniff some of these games out.
Okay, that's fine.
You gotta just look at the money sometimes. That's all it is. It's
See,
Vegas. You know what Vegas likes? Vegas likes 90% of the money. That's what they like. They like taking a lot of people's money.
Is that my phone?
That's your phone.
All right. I'm going to switch.
Oh, now you're going to Jacksonville?
Yes.
All right, now I'm going to Arizona. I'm kidding.
Oh, no.
You're so
No,
mad.
not Jacksonville. The Buffalo game.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
you're
was
going
gonna
to
say, we just
Washington.
talked about.
So, all right, you're keeping your Arizona pick, but now you're going to Washington.
Yes.
Okay. Just for the record.
Yes.
Indy, with probably their backup quarterback,
Indy?
Jacob Eason, on the road in Tennessee. Spread is 5.5 points. I am always wrong about Tennessee. I think I'm just going to take the Titans and the points, but it's going to end up being wrong.
I'll take Tennessee.
Okay, see, so this one you guys are going to be sensible. And it's going to be the Colts, which
What
you
are you
guys
doing?
are always pick the Colts. Oh, I'm picking Tennessee.
Ah.
I'm picking Tennessee.
I mean, they're at home. They need a win. They can take the division lead with this game. They can really bury the Colts.
Not the start you want if you're the Colts. Far from the start you want.
I mean, this is a game.
So the Colts go 0-3.
That's what
I
I
mean,
mean.
if Jacob Eason is the quarterback, do they not go 1-3? Like, come on.
Exactly. Because, that's before I really thought about Carson Wentz not playing. I was kind of like, no, the Colts aren't going 0-3. They are.
I mean, I don't
They're
know.
gonna.
Do you think they would have said by now if...
He's questionable right now, but
Don't you think they would have said by now if he was
Just-
out?
Just give it to me.
Okay, but does a banged up Carson Wentz move the needle for you?
No, he's looked very careless this year.
this game sucks.
Sal, it sucks.
This game sucks.
Tennessee's the right pick.
Yeah,
We're
I'm going to take
we're smart
Tennessee.
lads.
Is it 5? It's 5 still?
5.5. That's what I got currently.
Okay, yeah. Give me Tennessee.
I just had Tennessee round every week. I'll for 18 weeks. I'm gonna at Tennessee round.
That's fine.
Atlanta goes on the road and plays the Giants. This is the worst game of the week.
It's the worst game of the year.
The Giants are -3, just out of I don't know, respect for
no reason.
for no reason.
Because someone has to be favored in this game.
Then make it even. That would be even grosser.
I don't want to be the first picked on this game.
This is only because
This is Antonio's going first.
This is only because being at home is worth 3 points.
I picked the Falcons like 2 weeks in a row, and it's not gone well at all.
Are you gonna pick your own team?
Actually, no, I picked the Giants week 1, not last week.
I'm gonna pick the Giants. Does that change it for you?
No. Still gonna pick the Giants because I think Atlanta's looked so bad.
So
They look so
I mean,
bad.
this is just an eye test for me.
At least the Giants have looked good for like some quarters of
the
the
Giants
season.
have shown potential. I don't think Atlanta's shown anything.
No, they haven't shown me shit. They suck.
Can I not pick? I hate this team.
No, you don't want it because you don't.
Yeah, no. To anyone out there listening, do not, and I repeat, do not bet
It's
on this
sticky
game.
if we all pick the Giants, but like, you don't want to pick the Falcons.
It's sticky.
Oh. I feel like I'm being held hostage right now. I'm just gonna take the Falcons. You guys both took the Giants. I'm just taking the Falcons. I don't.
So
care.
you're doing it again. You've learned nothing.
I don't care.
You haven't learned anything.
I gotta double down. Once you lose, you gotta keep going. So now if the Falcons lose again against the spread this
You're
week,
just gonna pick
I
the
have
Falcons.
to.
again.
I have to take them until they win. So I guess
'Cause they're gonna
Falcons-
win
So
at
you're
some
taking
point.
that route.
It's like roulette. And when it lands on black for 9 times in a row, you're like, it has to be red, and then it's not.
and then you keep betting on. Red.
Then you lose $500.
I guess I'm going Atlanta. I don't ask me anything about this game. I don't know. I don't care. Just Atlanta.
I'll just take the home team in this game.
Saints at the Patriots. Patriots are -3. Over under 42. I think this game goes over. That seems very low, honestly.
What is the?
42.
That seems almost too low for me.
I definitely like the Patriots in this spot, but
Wow, 42.
yeah, right. Should go over, but maybe not.
After this, I mean, the Saints have been scoring points.
They didn't last week. They only scored 7. I'm still taking New England.
Yeah, I'm taking New England too, but only because
I mean, come on. Bill Belichick against Jameis Winston.
That's what exactly. I was gonna say Jameis Winston, Bill Belichick. That's why
and
I'm
like
taking
are the
Patriots.
Saints like the Saints are The Patriots have a good roster.
I think the Saints week 1 win might have threw everyone
Off.
Yeah. And maybe
Makes me kind of scared to pick against them, but
Yeah.
I like the Patriots much more.
I'm way more confident in the Patriots
situation.
winning this
we're
game.
agreeing on a lot.
Yeah, I can
of
see. I can
games.
see the Pats winning by. I said it last week, like by 10.
I think for the first few games we didn't agree on a lot.
I feel like me and Antonio always have the same picks every week.
Me and Antonio have had a lot of the same this week.
I haven't been on an island once this week. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever been on an island ever. Because here's the thing: when you're on an island, you're right 100%.
Yeah, I scare the shit out of both of you.
Because we look at each other like we'll pick, and then you'll pick the opposite, and we'll be like, "Wait, what's happening here?"
Baltimore goes on the road to face Detroit. Baltimore's an 8-point favorite.
This one's weird.
No,
Who's going first?
me Ravens
Ooh.
-8.
I'm with Nolan. And I didn't think I was going to say that.
I don't wanna because
Baltimore just takes the absolute crap out of bad teams. And it's like they're up 14 like that
It's
game's
just
over.
their system is designed to kick the crap out of bad
fuck
teams.
the Lions. Yeah,
So we agree on this one too.
we agree.
Sal hates that. Go ahead, Sal. Switch.
I'm not switching. I'm not taking the
I'm not
Lions.
taking the Lions.
I'm
For
also-
for like less than a second there, I was like, oh,
Mm.
+8. No.
Bengals on the road going to Heinz Field. Bengals are +3 against the Steelers. I love the Bengals in this spot. Give me the Bengals. Spread has gone down. It was at 5.5. It's now at 3. So I really love the Bengals.
I like the Bengals too, only because it's just Pittsburgh seems to be spiraling at this point, and their stock is dropping, and Bengals is rising. So, give me the Bengals.
Makes no sense because the way I talked about the Bengals earlier, but this team owns Cincinnati. I think they're going to cover.
Okay. I do like that take. I'm just going to go against it. So you are on the Lonely Island for this one.
Jets go into Denver. Ugh.
And get their asses
Ew,
beat.
gross.
Denver is an 11-point favorite at home.
They were big favorites last week as well, right?
They were 7.5.
Just
6.5 point favorites.
Just give me
Jacksonville.
Denver.
They have Ravens next week.
I'm taking the Jets.
I'm going to take the Jets.
No, that's fine. I'm going to be Lonely Island in this one. I like being Lonely Island in this one.
I think Denver's
I'm
good,
never
but I
betting
don't know
on the
about
Jets.
10-point cover good.
Oh, I'm never betting this game, but at the same time, it's like
I'm not going to sit there and root for the Jets when
Ah,
they're down when
Jets
they're down
line's
20.
so bad.
yeah.
We saw it with the Giants game.
So take Denver.
10-point.
What makes you think they're
Never
going to go
mind.
into Denver and cover 10 points?
Denver's just not a 10-point cover team to me.
Aren't they? Teddy Bridgewater's 2-0, right? On covering against the spread.
Yeah.
So he goes 3-0 this week.
Denver Broncos. I don't know.
This is the icky one. This was Tampa Bay last week when I looked at you guys and you guys took Atlanta. I was like,
Shut up.
I'm still taking the Jets.
that's fine. The Jets are icky.
Miami plus 3.5 in Vegas for the Raiders. I don't know that Tua will be back for this game. I would figure.
Did we find out what it?
Oh, no,
I know
Tua-
they said the
Tua
X-rays
is
were
out.
negative.
Tua is out this week.
They said the X-rays were negative. Was it like a rib cage thing?
Ribs. Tua's out for week 3.
So it's Jacoby Brissett.
Bryce out.
Jacoby Brissett.
I'm going to do the not sensible pick, and I'm going to take Miami.
Come on. Why? I thought, come on.
Let's put no.
Antonio.
Antonio.
Lonely Island again here.
Let's put Sal on the Lonely Island. No, are you taking Miami?
I'm
he's
going to
taking
take
Vegas.
No, I'm not.
You're not taking Vegas?
No, I'm not taking Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to take
It's 3.5
3.5, yeah.
without their starting quarterback.
I can
Give me the
see
Raiders.
this. I can see this for some reason being a lower scoring game, and that's the kind of game the Dolphins want to play right now. And they'll cover.
No, I think
No.
no.
It's
And
weird.
this goes against everything I've said about Miami, but they are banged up. Jacoby Brissett, I don't think does anything. I think Max Crosby has been on a tear recently, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Jacoby Brissett.
I really might have to put Miami in my pick 3 because you're always on Miami, and this is the week
Please
you're off
do.
Miami.
Please do.
I might do.
No. You have to now. Give me the Raiders.
I still don't know what my pick 3 is going through all these games. That's not good.
All right, what's the next one?
Seattle going to Minnesota. Seattle's -2.
Seattle going to Minnesota.
I can already tell you no one's picking Seattle in this game.
No.
You're taking Minnesota?
What's the spread?
2. Seattle's favored.
Minnesota wins
I agree.
I also agree.
because it's such a low spread. Minnesota wins.
I think this is dire for Minnesota.
This
because
is-
they know they can contend this year, and if they start off 0-3, that is just a bullet right in the side.
This is a hungry dog runs faster game, and I think Minnesota is the hungriest dog there is right now.
I know it's week 2. This is as must win as it gets in week 2. If you're the Vikings,
If Minnesota loses this game, goodbye. Like, you're not starting 0-3.
I could see this being like a 35-30 Minnesota win.
yeah, again, it could be very similar to Seattle's game last week.
I don't know what the
And Minnesota's.
I don't know what the score of this game is going to be, but I just love Minnesota in this game. I think this is just
What's the over-under?
55.5.
Over.
I'll never say under.
So those words will never come out of Sal's mouth. All right, is the next game the
The next game is the Cour de Gras, as they like to say. Tampa Bay in Los Angeles. Tommy Boy playing Matt Stafford in probably the biggest game of his career, you could say.
the biggest game of Matt Stafford's career?
I mean, he's played in a couple playoff games, but they were never winning at any point. This is a huge test.
Oh, I mean, why this game? Why is this biggest stakes for? I think there's a lot more to come for
This
him.
is like, I guess it's not like a big. It's a big game, but it's like who's the leader in the clubhouse in the NFC? It's like Tampa wins this game, they just throw their cock on the table. If the Rams win this game, you could argue that they're the best team in the NFC.
Let's quickly diverge.
Hold on, -1.5. Tampa
Minus
Bay.
1.5. Let's quickly diverge before we pick the Tom Brady passing yards record. He's 499 yards away. He's probably not going to get it this week, but he will definitely get it next week.
In New England.
In New England.
Which, how much of a better storyline is that?
No, I'm just going to ask it because I have to. Does he get booed?
I don't think there's any chance.
I don't think so either.
I think maybe during like the pregame and
It's
like
gonna be a few assholes.
There will probably be a few, but the majority will probably be cheers.
I think during like the pregame and the like ceremony and whatever they do, and like when he breaks the passing yard record, everyone will be cheering. But then when like the game's happening, everyone will be like, "You suck, boo!"
I
Like,
think that's fine.
yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and I think Tom Brady would like it that way.
Yeah, he doesn't want them being like cheering for him in New England.
It's kind of like when Peyton went back to Indianapolis when he went to Denver.
I know we're getting a week ahead, but the spread for that game is 3.5, as far as I saw.
And that was the first spread to open in that week, and that makes me kind of spooked. But yeah,
one way or another, that game's going in my pick 3 next week. I don't care what side I'm on.
let's just make that all in our pick 3.
I'm taking Tampa in this game. I said this earlier before the podcast started.
What?
No, nothing.
Oh,
I think Tampa can go undefeated this season. I know that's an overreaction.
so you're taking Tampa in this game?
I'm taking Tampa to win.
This is a key game in that road
Antonio.
to 17-0.
Antonio,
Yeah, no,
say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rams.
I'm not gonna say anything on 3. I'm with you on the pick there, but
You're both taking the Rams? Oh my God! No way! You're not both. Are you really?
It's tough, Sal, because like in my brain, there's situations sometimes where I can hold two different opinions and feel so strongly about the two of them. Because it's been a while since we've seen one of these Super Bowl winning teams just open a season and just absolutely go and run through everybody. This is an opportunity for Tampa to do that against what I think is the next best team in the NFC. However, I think of storylines, all this different stuff. I can see the Rams winning this game. I can see these teams meeting again in the playoffs down the road, and I can see that being
You
the
just
point.
said it. This is a lot. This is Drew Brees beating Tom Brady last year.
Yeah,
This is the Rams beating the Bucks and it being fuel for Tom Brady later on.
and if I lost what I was about to say, because
sorry.
whatever I was about to say was really good.
Sorry. Or you said so.
Yeah, I said so.
No. You said so. This is going to be a meeting later on.
Oh yeah, and 100% could be a meeting later on. And if Tampa is one of those, one of the Super Bowl teams that do get their early loss or whatever, this is the point. If they don't get their early loss, when are they losing?
All right.
But I'm gonna take the Rams.
So I need to make a couple points about Tampa Bay. Number one, is Tampa Bay not undefeated when they don't play the Patriots week 4? I just can so easily see that. Number two, if they win this game, let me just read off the next couple games that they have. New England, they probably win. Miami, they should win. Eagles, they should win. Bears, Saints, Washington, Giants, Colts.
Oh my God, their
So
schedule
this is their
is
only loss.
abysmal.
This is going to be their only loss.
I think they can run the table. I'm just taking.
Yeah, you think Brady's not looking at the schedule, looking at this is an opportunity here. We're not losing any.
When does Tom Brady
This is
look
the
ahead
game.
or get focused on something else? Never. Tampa Bay's winning this game. I just have no doubt about it.
I have every doubt about it. The Rams are winning. This is just class. This is going to be classic Tom Brady. I think when Tom Brady has Tom Brady's the ultimate underdog, and when he has the best team, like we saw in 2007, he lost in the Super Bowl, where everyone was looking like 10 out of 10. They're winning that game every time. So when Tom Brady is at the top, it's when he's quote unquote his worst. Not saying like he's bad, but I'm saying that's when I'm nervous for Tom Brady. He has to have a step back before he goes 2 steps forward. This is going to be their step back. I think they look bad, and I think the Rams beat them soundly. Because I think the Rams are going to be ready to go.
All right.
I can't wait for this game.
Green Bay in Candlestick playing the 49ers. Green Bay is a 3.5-point dog. I'm gonna send this one to Antonio because I know Antonio has a strong feeling about this game. Or at least I thought Antonio had a strong feeling about this game.
He might have been thinking about
I mean,
it.
I hate him as well. I think everybody hates him. Public opinion's so down on the Packers. They're covering this game.
Are they winning? I know it doesn't matter, but it's 3.5.
Well, it's Packers are favored, right?
No, Packers.
Oh, the Packers are winning.
So wait, huh?
Packers are 3.5 point underdogs. Did you
I-
think they were
I-
favored by 3.5?
I did.
In San Francisco, you thought they were favored by 3.5.
That was stupid. I don't know. I knew I saw a minus somewhere, and I was like,
Antonio.
boom. But yeah, no, I think Green Bay's gonna win.
I'm
hate
with
picking
Antonio
him.
again. I think this is just.
We hate. Look at yourself. We hate
this,
picking him.
I hate this game.
I don't hate the game.
This
per
game.
se.
So I know I said I'll never take an under, but this game also screams under to me. This is like a 21-17
I like that.
game.
So, I always like when Aaron Rodgers goes back to the Bay, but at the same time, I have not been completely impressed by San Fran. I mean,
Neither have I.
and we talked about them as one of the top teams in the NFC, and I just really haven't seen it. Where I've seen it with
I
the
still
Rams,
think they are. I
I've
just
seen it
haven't
with the
yet.
Rams. I've seen it with the Bucks. I don't know if I've seen it with San Fran yet, and I'm just going based off experience here. So I'm just gonna go with Green Bay.
My problem is I said that San Francisco was going to be the best team in the NFC and that they were going to win their division. I think I've picked against them both weeks, week 1 and week 2. I don't want to keep picking against them, but I also think Green Bay can easily win this game. This game is like...
This game's icky.
This game's about as coin flip as it gets.
Classic matchup. Absolutely classic.
This is the Sunday night game, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that Green Bay is in back-to-back primetime games.
I'm gonna take San Fran, and I don't like it. There are a lot of games this week I don't like. I don't like this game.
Yeah.
I think San Francisco can control the ball and kind of not like do what they want, but they're gonna play their style. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna control the clock. They're gonna keep Rodgers off the field for as long as they can. I'm gonna take San Fran. I know it's 3.5. I'd rather it be 3, but you know you can only go with what the line is. So I hate it, but San Fran.
I just wanted to switch so bad.
Do it.
Go for it.
Man,
You're allowed. So
these are two teams that are just supposed to be at the top, and I just haven't been impressed.
you're allowed to switch up until the next game. Like at any point you can switch. That's
That's the rules.
that's the rule.
All right, I'm not switching.
Final answer.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Monday night, the Birds go play the Boys in Dallas. Spread is 4 points. Over under is 51.5. You hammer the over in this game, and you hammer the Eagles. I don't love it, but I'm picking Philly every week, so Eagles +4.
You do hammer the Eagles this week. NFC East teams beat the absolute hell out of each other. Hurts probably has a solid game just because Dallas' defense sucks. I agree with you. I would take an over in this game if I'm going to go that direction. Definitely Eagles.
I like the over a lot more than I like either side on this
Yeah,
game.
I definitely think Philadelphia is the pick here.
I'm also gonna go with Philadelphia, but only because I think it's a close game, and I think 4 might be a little bit too many. I saw it was 3.5, but you have it at 4, so I'm gonna go with you. I think that
It also opened at 6.
I think Dallas probably wins on a late field goal like they always do.
I like
So
that.
I think it's gonna be a really good game. I think we're in for a treat with these two Sunday night and Monday night games.
I don't know what game it was last week. You called overtime on some game. I'm calling overtime on this game.
Okay, I like that.
That is it for our week 3 slate. Just a quick recap of everything. Week 2, Nolan went 5-11 against the spread. I went 10-6. Antonio went 8-8. Pick 3, Nolan went 1-2. Me and Antonio both went 2-1. Year-to-date record, I'm 5-1 for pick 3. Nolan is 2-4. Antonio is 3-3. And then year-to-date total for all the spreads, I'm 18-13-1. Antonio's 14-17-1. Nolan is 9-22-1. Just wanted to get that.
Dismal.
that housework out of the way. Technically, I'm still in the lead.
So you should go last.
I will always keep the same order as long as it's my choice. Whoever won the previous week's allowed to pick the order. So,
All right.
Nolan is up first, like he always is.
All right. Number 1. Give me Arizona -7 against the Jags.
7.5. Just so we're
7.5. I think this is just calling a spade, and Arizona is gonna kick the living shit out of them. So give me Arizona. Second, I'm gonna do something I've never done before, and just because it's drastic times call for drastic measures. New England -3.
Wow.
I'm putting them in my pick 3. I know Antonio's not allowed to, but I'm going to. They're my own team. My one rule is I don't bet on my own team, but I'm gonna do it this week. I think 3 is just a slap in the face to what these two teams are, and I think the Patriots are overwhelmingly better. So give me that. And then for my one dog, I'm gonna take Chicago +7. I just think that's too many points.
Bears.
I think this game is gonna be a gross game, and I don't think either team pulls away. So I'm gonna go Chicago +7.
All right. Mr. Fiore.
So we recently talked about it. I'm gonna throw the Packers in my pick 3. Very confident in them winning on Sunday night.
Okay.
Putting the Dolphins in there, Nolan.
Wow.
+4.
I dared you. I dared Sal to. So
They're gonna cover.
I think I have 3.5, my friend. It's 3.5. You can still take them, or you can switch. But I know yours might say 4, but 3.5 is the.
Are you on CBS or no?
I'm on mine.
Oh,
Johnson.
that's 3.5 is.
you're Johnson.
On my Johnson.
3.5 will do. Throw in between the
What?
throw in between the last game.
You can't pick the last game.
I wanna throw the Steelers in there, but I'm not confident
You
in
want to
many.
throw the Steelers in there.
I do. I'm not confident in many games this week, and one of the games that I am more confident in is the New England Patriots against the New Orleans.
So that's 0-2 right there. That's 0-1.
God damn it, Antonio.
Every time you do this, they lose.
You know,
they're not.
I hope I'm the one to break the curse. So
maybe I need someone with me to help me break through.
all
the
right,
Patriots.
maybe you just need a Patriots fan with you.
I need a friend.
So we'll go with that.
I am not taking the Patriots in my pick 3.
I would not advise you to.
I could say any team right now, and it wouldn't. I don't know what's about to come out of my mouth. So
Sal's freestyling it right now.
the one game I knew I absolutely liked was Washington. I love Washington +8. I just think that's one of those icky, like Buffalo games where it's 20-14, it's 20-17. It's a dogfight the whole entire time. I think Washington's able to keep it close, and I like Washington in that game. After that, I'm really grasping for straws here. I don't know. I like Minnesota. I think Minnesota, it's just one of those, like I said, hungry dog runs faster. If Minnesota's 0-3, I mean, not only kiss your playoff chances goodbye, but Mike Zimmer could get fired. I really believe that. And if you're playing with that sort of, momentum and chip on your shoulder, especially at home, you're going to come out firing. And it's Kirk Cousins not in prime time. That's a huge thing. So that 425 slot is
his favorite.
His sweet spot.
He rocks the baby there.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Minnesota. I'm screaming at myself to take Tampa Bay, but you guys are staring me with that one.
Take Miami.
I'm not taking Miami. I want to take Baltimore. I just think Baltimore, coming off that win though.
Did you take Baltimore? when
Fuck
you picked
it.
them?
Fuck it.
That's a good pick.
No, I know. I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm taking.
At least just goes, oh.
I'm taking Tampa Bay. They're going 3-0. You guys might be
Yeah,
right.
you want to stick it to us. You do.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He does.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
No, that's about 50. That's 50% of his. He just wants to stick it to us.
Personal, whatever. Cool.
I could be so wrong. You guys are making great points about that game. It's coming off, winning the Super Bowl. Not every Super Bowl team pushes the gas and really goes for it. I think this team is different.
Like I said, I could have made excellent points about Tampa winning that game too, as you did.
Now,
So,
there are a lot of reasons why Tampa won't win this game, but I just think it's 3-0 heading to New England next week, undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's how I picture it. That's how I envision that game. Brady is going to break the record in New England, but he's got to win this game first. I'm taking Tampa.
Both teams are very good. That game, we have a table of reasons why the game could go either way.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited for that game. I'm really excited for that game.
That's going to be a great game.
I'm going to be wrong about it. About it.
You're winning. You're 5-1.
I know, but I don't want to just give a freebie. I think I don't know.
You got a little wiggle room.
I mean, it's not a freebie, but because we don't have it in our pick 3, it's not a freebie.
You guys are just so high on the Rams. I'm shocked you picked the Rams.
Yeah, listen. As much as I say don't pick against Tom Brady, I just think
don't pick against Antonio.
If there's any slip up Tom Brady has, it's this game. It's not any of the other games.
They played last year.
The Rams and the
Buccaneers. Who won that game?
Was it the early game when they lost?
No, it was later on in the season.
Oh, then the Bucks probably won.
The Bucks won like 10 games in a row at the end of the season. They're two different teams, though. I'm not going.
Let Sal get it.
The Rams.
Yes. Oh, I love the Buccaneers now. The Rams won last year. Oh, if the Bucks won, I would have been so pissed. I don't care.
Don't care.
Give me the Bucks.
Rams are a different team.
That makes me so happy.
Good for you.
Buccaneers are winning.
All right.
If they win by 1, I'll never do a podcast again.
Good, I can sit there.
That would be funny.
All right.
No. Okay. Friendly bet. If the Rams win, you have to sit there next podcast.
Hold on. What do I get out of this though?
Okay.
Nothing.
Wait.
Nothing.
Wait. No.
Can I put up $1?
Wait. If the Rams win, we switch spots. If the Buccaneers win, you sit in that chair.
Okay.
No. If
fine.
if the Bucks win, I'll sit there and you can sit here.
I get that spot. All right, deal.
Or if the
hold on. If the Bucks win, I decide seating arrangements for the next podcast.
Okay, but if the Rams win, you have to sit there.
Yes.
All right. I like that.
All right. Handshakes all around. All right, gentlemen.
I think we're good. We'll see you next week.
Adios.
And
Good job, guys.
We might be fist fighting next episode.